Okay, folks, this is a video directed at Dave Troy. We've had a little bit of fun with Dave Troy, and he really does look like the mad bomber of, of the 40s and 50s in New York City, who, injured, I think, 21 or 22 people and struck terror in the public's heart. At any rate, Dave, here's where you ought to look. Beth Bogarts is suing Trevor Fitzgibbon and myself. Beth Bogarts gave a file that was given to her by Trevor Fitzgibbon in trust because he believed her to be his best friend. And that file went directly to Jesselyn Radack. And do you know who Jesselyn Radack's mentor was? Bill Binney. Okay? So there's lots of rumors floating around that I know Bill Binney. I've never had communications with him, not even third-party communications with him. I don't know who he is. I had heard Robert David Steele publicly say that him and Bill Binney are very close. And it's interesting that with the Vice three-part series, you had John Sipher, S-I-P-H-E-R, sounds like a real name, and Robert David Steele, who was a former Marine and former case officer for the CIA. John Sipher was, of course, a case officer as well, SAS level, worked the Moscow desk. And Jesselyn Radack, here we go again. Jesselyn Radack made a false accusation of rape against Trevor Fitzgibbon, and Trevor was cleared by the U.S. Attorney after a lengthy investigation. So, Dave, why aren't you concentrating on Jesselyn Radack and Beth Bogarts? That would seem the way to go. Okay, another thing, too, that you might want to check out. Anonymous Scandinavia. Well, I believe that account is run by Ray Johansson. Ray Johansson is the probable snitch who sold out his compatriots with Operation Buccaneer. So I'm trying to give you some information that I hope will be beneficial to your investigation. Once again, you can take a look at the relationship with Beth Bogarts and Jesselyn Radack. And you have to ask the question, why would Bogarts stab Trevor Fitzgibbon in the back after supporting him, giving him gifts, so on and so forth? So Beth Bogarts now lives in Vienna. It's Bogaerts, maiden name Blackburn, originally from Louisiana, but lived in Sugar Land, Texas for a while, and moved in August of 2018 to Vienna, where her husband works for Schlumberger, otherwise pronounced Schlumberger, as opposed to Schoenberger or Schlumberger. So, why don't you go take a look at the Binney Radack connection, and you can feel free to see what I just filed in Los Angeles against Beth Bogarts. It was answers to questions. Her lawyer obviously doesn't know what he's doing because you're only allowed to ask 33 questions within the scope of an interrogatory. So I'm pro se for the moment, but not for long.